but what are you going to be recording?
I'm recording myself.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
Oh, we turn on the lights.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
You got 5 pair of those scissors?
I have a lot of them. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, I'm about to record.
Okay. Okay.
What's up, guys, and happy Sunday to you. Today is August the 20th, and I'm here in the classroom just to kind of set up, get things ready for the week. So I usually come one weekend, usually Sundays, and I'll stay from about 10 to 2 just to kind of get things put together and things like that. I don't come early because I like to sleep, and I have it timed out to the second on when I need to be out of bed, when I need to be in my car, what landmarks I need to pass by what time to make sure that I'm here at school on time. So no prep in the mornings before school. After school, I'm usually too tired to do anything, so I just sit. So, I mean, there's no point in doing anything then. So I do use this one weekend to try to get everything back to where it needs to be. So I usually stay around 10 to 2, so about 4 hours. It literally just turned 10 o'clock right now, so we'll see what I can get done in these 4 hours. I'm going to show you super quick what my list is. It is super long just because, like I said, I really don't stay after school to do things. I do sometimes stay after school, but it's just to talk and have a good time. But let's go ahead and look at this list and see what we can get done today. All right, so here's my list. We have Friends of Pencils that we need to get done today. My friends are super excited. They always ask on Thursdays, is it Friend of Pencils Day? Is it Friend of Pencils Day? They ask Friday, is it Friend of Pencils Day? Is it Friend of Pencils Day? So I want to do that first because it's super easy to do. After that, I'm going to get my weekly plans and papers together. Then we finally got our reading workbooks in, so I'm going to be labeling those and handing those out. I want to start making their work on writing journals. I'm going to get my ticket store together, and then I'm going to do some quick spot cleaning. Just things that are kind of out of place here and there. Nothing big, major, but little stuff that I know needs to be put away. That can be done super quickly. We're going to see if this is spot cleaning or if it'll turn into something else. But yeah, here's my list for today. Let's see how far we can get. All right, guys, it is about 1:40-ish right about now, which means I have about 20 minutes before my 2 o'clock time limit hits. So I'm super excited that I got done before that. I am super quickly going to talk to you about what I got done today, what you guys did see, what you guys didn't see, and then what's going to be coming up this week. So you guys see me do Friends of Pencils, going around checking their pencils, all that. So that's checked off. You guys see me get my weekly plans and papers together, putting them in their files, and then putting it in my red file folder for me to get ready to pull throughout the week. So that's done. There's some stuff you really didn't see me do. I finally got their actual book boxes with their names on it. I put their workbooks in there. I put their work on writing journal in there, which you guys did not see me do. What I do want to talk about right now is that I did get a question about where I put my kids' textbooks in one of my YouTube comments. So I wanted to quickly go over that. So we actually don't have actual textbooks in my district. The curriculum that we have, they don't have it for any grade, not for kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, none of that. It's all in like workbook forms. And so I kind of wanted to show you that and how I use them. So first off, we have our math workbooks. They look like this. There's a volume 1 and volume 2. And my kids don't get these. And the reason why is because we don't use them in class. So there are two types of pages in here. So there are like instructional pages that are blue. Those follow the lessons that we do in class. I don't give them to them because they're the exact same problems that we work on together on the board. There's no reason for us to do it twice. I have them work with it on their whiteboards with the manipulatives, whatever one we need for that day. So I don't double with the workbook pages. So I don't use those. But there are some green practice pages that I do use, but not in the classroom. So that's what I use for homework if a parent wants their child to do the homework. Homework's not mandatory, but it is optional for parents if they want it. If they do complete homework, then they get a little incentive. For me, it's just I give them a ticket. Nothing too big, but that's what I kind of use these workbook pages for. Again, they don't use these. What I'll do is at the end of the year, after I've torn out all the practice pages for homework, what's left are the instruction pages, and I'll always just send the book home. So that way, if mom or dad want something to do over the summer, they have the instruction pages there for them. So that way they can work on whatever skills they want to at home over the summer. So that's how I do the math workbooks. Next up are our reading workbooks. They look like this. This is modules 3 and 4, which is from January to May. I don't give them out until January. They do have in their book boxes module 1 and 2. They'll use that the first half of the year. And it's kind of it's actually kind of different from the math workbooks. We do use these in the classroom, and so that's why the ones that they have here, they do go in their book box. So in this blue box right here, these are our Study Weekly magazines. That's for our social studies. We use those every now and then. We'll just pull whatever magazine we need for that week and we'll use that. A lot of times we'll just put it on the screen and just work on it together. So we don't use that unless we actually have to. We'll sometimes pull it when we have like a sub in the room. We'll use that magazine for that day. But yeah, that one's not really one that comes out. For science, we don't have any workbooks or anything for. We have Discovery Education for our science curriculum. I personally don't like it. My school also on top of that purchases a subscription to Mystery Science, and I do like Mystery Science. So and that's all on the screen. It's videos. It'll have different activities and experiments and things that go with each lesson, and it's printable. I just print it and then we'll use that for that. But that's kind of what we use for our curriculum. Again, no textbooks, so I don't have to worry about that. Workbooks depending on how we use them. Some we use in class, so they do go in their book boxes. Some we do not use, so I'll hold on to those and put those away like in my back area or something. Or I'll just stack them up here. It's whatever. So like I said, their reading workbooks are in their book boxes. Another thing that's in their book boxes are something that we're going to be using this week, and that's their work on writing journals. And this is a way for me to get them to practice handwriting, get them to practice writing sentences, get them to practice writing stamina. And so it just looks like this. I have one for myself too because I model how we use it. And for the first about 2 or 3 weeks, I'll model first and then they'll go after me and do it. But this will end up being one of their centers for when we actually start our boost time, which is our intervention. So what it is, and these pages came from Just a Primary Girl on Teachers Pay Teachers. So if you know Allie from Instagram or Teachers Pay Teachers, this is who it came from. So it's just different pages. Looks like this. I always start out with the 2-word scramblers, and all it is just a sentence that's mixed up. You have to figure out the sentence structure. So knowing that every sentence starts with a capital letter. So that means for this one, dogs would be first. We know that sentences end with a period. So that means dig would go at the end. Dogs a dig. So what they would do is they would cut out those 2 bottom words, put it in order and glue it on that glue line. Then they would use their pencil to write That Sentence Dogs Dig. And she has them to where some of them do have the tracing sentence and then other ones that are blank. I always do like the first 5 or 6 to have the tracing on there. And then once they get to a certain point, it's blank for them to write it themselves. And then there's a spot at the top for a picture for them to draw to match their sentence. And I always tell my kids, I want you to cover the white. I want that thing full of detail. And so that's why I always model it first, because it's not the sentence that's hard. It's the coloring and the detail that's hard for them because they want to get it done super quick. And I sometimes gotta tell them, you know, just because you did it quick and you're done doesn't mean it looks good. So I'll be modeling that throughout the next couple of weeks. So that way, when it's time for them to do it independently, when we start our boost rotations, that they'll have that and they'll know what's expected of them. So Just Primary Girl, Teachers Pay Teachers, Just Primary Girl on Instagram. And that's how I use her work on writing stuff. Her sentence scramblers is what she calls it, but I call it work on writing. I did some spot cleaning. There are some things that are kind of here and there, but that's not a huge deal to me. I just want to get the things that got on my nerves in the right spot. And then I got my ticket store set up. So with my kids earning individual tickets, I do want them to have some type of prizes. I do have my ticket store kind of back here in my teacher area. It's not the best, but it'll have to work for now. So it goes from 5 tickets to 20 tickets. It says points because last year I used Dojo points for it. Started off great, and then come about November, Dojo was in the back of my mind just because it was a little difficult to manage as far as if I have to give or take away a Dojo point, it literally stops instruction. I have to pull out my phone or pull it up on the screen, and then kids are, well, how many points do I have? No. I ain't got time for that. So I'm not fixing it. It's just gonna have to say points. It goes up by 5. So first is 5 points, which is tickets, which means they can get a stamp on the hand or they can be a sticker picker. My stamps are just from Target and they just say different things. Great job, A+, nice work. And I'll just stamp it on their hand. Or they can go to my sticker store, which is on the side of my desk, and they can just choose a sticker for them. They can put it on their water bottle, they can put it on their backpack. I don't care what they do with it. Next up is 10 points. They can get a pencil prize, which is what we use for our Friends of Pencils, or they can go to my treasure box. My treasure box is right here behind that Skittles bag. It has different like fidgets and things in there. For 15 points, they can go to the gumball machine. Or I'm going to have another thing. So last year I had a parent that messaged me and they were like, hey, my daughter used to collect Funko Pops and she doesn't want them anymore. Would you like to have them? And I was like, yeah, I'll use them for like prizes or whatever. So she comes for our awards day because during that day, everybody gets an award in our classroom. And she drops off 3 trash bags full of Funko Pops. So, I mean, and there's so many. It's just so crazy. There's Spider-Ham. There's the character from Teen Wolf. I think it's Kevin Bacon or something. I don't know. There's like Marvel. There's BTS. Oh, actually, I don't know what that is. But there are BTS like Jimin. I know that's one because I saw him. Here's one that's Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. So, I mean, there's Angelica from Rugrats. I mean, there's all types of Funko Pops in this closet. And I need to get rid of them. So, 15 points and they are theirs. I just have to make a little card for them so that I can put it on that 15 points. But that's something they can choose as well. And then this last one up here, which is 20 points. If they have 20 tickets, that means they can either eat lunch in the room and they can bring 2 friends, or I have the little office chair right here, an extra one that I don't use anymore. And if they want to spend 20 tickets on it, they can take away their chair and use that chair for their little booties to sit in all day. So that's my ticket store. We'll do it every 2 weeks. We started tickets last week, so that means this upcoming week we will be doing the ticket store on Friday. So I'll kind of introduce to them what the ticket store is, what they can do with it, and hopefully that'll get them to get their act together so I could be throwing these tickets out to them. But yeah, that's it. For math this week, we're working on doubles and doubles plus one. In reading, we're continuing with learning about tools. These are our Anchor tools. We'll actually be doing our Unit 1 assessment on Wednesday about tools and the jobs that they have. And then on Thursday, we'll start moving into habits of character. So yes, tools help us do work. It makes work easier, but also our character can also help us do work as well. So there are actually 3 habits of character that our curriculum introduces. One is initiative. One is collaboration. And one is perseverance. And I added a 4th one just because I've seen in years past that we needed this one. So I added patience to our habits of character. And we'll be reading different books to show how characters in stories use those habits of character to achieve their job. In STEAM, we're still focusing on cultures. We're going to be making a class cookbook. So that's got sent home. Families will send in their different recipes that their family eats. And then once everybody sends it back in, I'll put it all together. And then we'll have a class cookbook. One will stay here at school. And then I'll send the rest home to them, so everybody has a copy. After that, we're kind of done with social studies for a little bit. We're going to move into science. And for our science, we're focusing on plant parts and their functions. So we're going to be using the tiny seed as a anchor text for science. Writing, we're working on singular and plural nouns this week. Phonics, we're still doing handwriting and letter formation. We have this week. We have next week with handwriting and letter formation. And then after that, we're going to get into our actual phonics skills of the week. But I'm liking it so far with UFly and how they're introducing all their things. I really enjoy it. And that's about it. All right, so I'm going to wrap up here. I will catch you guys later on this week.
But are you going to be recording?
I'm recording myself.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
Oh, we turn on the lights.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
You got 5 pair of those scissors?
I have a lot of them. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, I'm about to record.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. What's up, guys? Happy Monday. Today is August the 21st, and it is after school. We had a great day today, and now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be setting up some things in our hallway. So I know I've talked to you before about what we're learning in first grade for Module 1. It's all about tools. So what are tools, what are the different types of tools, how tools make work easier. And because we are a STEAM accredited school in the state of Tennessee, we have different things that we have to do to keep that accreditation. One of those things is our work being showcased in the hallways. So we're going to put some of that stuff up. I have a little helper with me today that's going to be helping with that. And we're going to be putting up all the different tools. We are going to be, oh, that's okay. You can just leave it. No, you just leave it under the table. That's okay. So you're going to be seeing us put our different tools up on the wall. As we go through the unit, we'll add more and more student work to it. So beginning, it'll look a very teacher done, but as we go through our module through fall break, you'll see more and more stuff added to it. So let's go to the hallway and let's set some stuff up.
on. You're just down here. When I say cut, I'm
Do you
going.
see my face in it?
Yeah. Oh, and
Do you see the flower
yeah.
and the stem?
Yeah, I see the stem on the wall. But after we're done, tell me when we're done because I'm going to say cut, and then I'm going to stop.
You're gonna stop it when it's done?
Yeah, like I'm going to yell cut, and just cut your fruit.
And then you're gonna stop the video?
Yeah, and then I'm going to just tap on the video again. I saved my muffins for in the classroom. My mom says, save a snack, lady. If you're hungry at the end of the day, choose a snack after lunch.
How's that look?
Good.
I'm done.
I'm going to go show my
Are you gonna be okay?
cut.
What's up, guys, and happy Thursday. We are almost done with the week, and I just wanted to come up and give you guys an update on what's been going on this week. So it's been another fantastic week. We've been hitting the ground running with our content. They've been really great about keeping up and making sure that they've got it. I mean, nothing more than I can ask for. As far as, content, they were just grasping it and just excelling with it. So in math, we've been talking about doubles and doubles plus one. They've really got that grasp on doubles plus one. We also introduced doubles minus one as well. So doubles minus one is a little bit trickier for them because we are using picture models, and it is a lot easier to see the doubles plus one instead of the doubles minus ones. So for example, if there was a problem like 3 plus 4, with a picture to match, you can clearly see the 3 plus 3 in the picture, plus the one more. It's a little bit harder for them. They have to think a little bit more abstractly to see the doubles minus one, which would be 4 plus 4 minus 1. But nonetheless, they've done really great at seeing that. They've done really great at understanding how we use that. And they're really great at understanding how to go between a regular number sentence like 3 plus 4 and going back and forth between that and the doubles plus 1, which would be 3 plus 3 plus 1. So they've really got a good grasp on how those are similar and how we go back and forth between those two. We have our test tomorrow. I'm a little bit nervous about it, not because I don't think they'll do well, it's just because I won't be in here with them. So we have our leadership meeting where all the team leads come together with the admin and we have discussions about different things. So I have that at 7:45, which 7:45 to 8:45 is our math time. So I won't be in here for that. I won't be in for part of our ELA time either. But I feel like they'll do really great. It'll just be the first time that they'll have somebody in here that's not me. And we all know that first time is really antsy. But nonetheless, I think they'll do okay. In phonics, we've been doing great with our handwriting. Next week is actually our last week of doing handwriting. We'll be hitting those last weird letters that we don't use a lot, like W, J, Q, U, Z, Y. So we've really hit a lot of letters already. Those are the ones that we have left. They've been doing fantastic with that. And I've really seen already an improvement from their handwriting the first day of school to now. So if you're someone who struggles with handwriting, I would highly suggest getting UFly. It does a lot more than letters. It is a phonics curriculum that I really do enjoy. I use it to supplement a lot for our main curriculum, and I use it in our small groups as well. So it's a really great curriculum. I would highly suggest you looking into that if you have not heard or seen it, because it's really great and it's very easy to follow. All you need is the manual, and on their website they have slides that go with the lessons. And if you want to do homework, it has homework stuff for you. If you need games, they have a couple of games on there so far. They'll be putting more up, they say, as time goes on. So I think it's a really great resource, and it's been great for me, great for my kids, and I think it'll be great for yours too. So we got phonics. In EL, we've been talking about different types of tools. Today, we actually introduced our habits of character. So I know I showed you earlier in the week, collaboration, initiative, perseverance, and patience. We introduced that today with a cup challenge, so building the tallest tower, and how they use those habits of character to help build that with their group. We'll be continuing that into tomorrow and next week, talking about how habits of character help us make work easier. And then we'll be having a test over that as well about how characters in a story used habits of character. So in writing, we've been talking about singular and plural nouns. So singular means one, plural means more than one, and how we can add that plural S at the end to make it plural. And it was actually really great timing because in UFLA, with their handwriting and letter formation, all that stuff, they add a couple extra rules and stuff in there too. So they've done nasal A in there. They've done practicing writing CVC words. They threw plural S in there as well. So we literally talked about plural S on Tuesday for part of our handwriting stuff. And then Wednesday, we introduced singular and plural. So great with that. And then social studies, we're talking about multiculturalism. So different cultures in the same community. We're talking about how cultures are different yet the same. We read the book Same, but Different. We also wrote about a holiday tradition that they celebrate, and then they talked about the different ways that they celebrate that. And that's really what we've been doing this week. It's been really well. I introduced our finished poster. So if you recall, I don't know if it was in this video or the one before, where I made an unfinished poster, so that way it kind of tells them when I'm doing with my work, here's what I can do. That way it makes them more independent. They know what their choices are. They don't have to come to me. So that way I can focus my attention on the kids that need my help on different assignments. So that's been great. I have almost every table that's one crayon away from their first gumball machine visit, so that's super exciting. Everybody is just antsy about getting that last crayon so they can go to that gumball machine. We are doing our ticket store tomorrow, so I have some ticket prize stuff out. So I have my sticker chart right here, stamps are on my table, Funko Pops they can choose are out, or if they have enough for lunch bunch, they can eat lunch in the classroom for tomorrow. So a bunch of different stuff happening. We're almost finished with our diagnostics. Actually, we are finished with our diagnostics. The last person finished it today, so I can send home reports to parents and get their, so that I can let them know how their child's done. We've got our already reading and math lessons going on. Friends are already passing those lessons, and once they hit 5, so every 5 lessons they get an extra ticket that can go towards the ticket store. So they're really making sure they're getting those lessons in so you get those tickets. So it's just been a great week. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to end it here. There's not really much that I want to talk to you guys about that's going to happen tomorrow. Friday are just our testing days. We're testing for math. We're doing our regular lesson. I'm checking stuff for iReady and stuff during Boost. We're not doing social studies tomorrow because we're done with it today. So we'll be doing ticket store stuff after lunch. So there's not going to be a whole lot of teaching things going to be happening tomorrow. So I'm going to leave it here. But please make sure you check out my next video. My next video is going to be about subs. When you're out, like me tomorrow for the morning, and you'll have somebody in your room, what do I do to prepare for a sub? What plans do I leave? Things like that. So if you're interested in that, make sure you check out the next video, and I will catch you guys then.